This is the Election Bureau. Hello, you are welcome to the Channel One Newsroom, live from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano here in Accra. My name is Charles Owusu Kumi. Coming up, flag bearer of the new patriotic party, Dr. Bawumia, denies claims of empowering Fulanis to destroy farmlands.
NDC for Omuye propaganda bi say massive for Fulani for me ba omoba be se mu for mu nyina embaso da embaso ne embaso china ne nyina propaganda omuni asema omobeka yamma no mbaso sa.
Also coming up, flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, accuses the Akufo-Addo government of collapsing the produce buying company.
Abraham Yemampeni, produce buying company. Wofa cocoa omoto of Ghana had 30% of Ghana cocoa 2016 produce buying company and a Troy. And that's what they said Jumanway. Oma Senu, a good Bosum Dunia Yetimin to worker for workers maker.
Cholera outbreak in Ghana raises alarm as deaths hit 16.
Our concerns have had to do with the deaths. The numbers, yes, but also quite a number of them actually were brought in dead. So which means that they delayed in seeking care. And even, so I think about 7 or 8 of them were brought in dead.
Parliamentary dispute hits critical point as Supreme Court intervenes ahead of elections. We will explore this development further.
We are not coming to the House to do anything now because we are busy with our elections and our conferences. Even when the Speaker calls us, we have the right to say we will not report. Because
and later, Channel One TV and City FM introduce hashtag CityVerify to combat election misinformation and disinformation. In CNR business, fuel shortages reported across Ghana. Meanwhile, COPEC attributes disruptions to depot upgrades and debt crisis. Grateful that you have chosen the Channel One Newsroom. Let's begin the bulletin with some election-related stories. Now, NPP flag bearer Dr. Bawumia has dispelled claims that his presidency will empower Fulanis to destroy farmlands. He described these accusations as propaganda spread by the NDC, asserting that voting for him will not encourage lawlessness among the Fulbe tribe. In-laws, Fulbe tribe. Campaigning in Ejra, Dumase, Dr. Bawumia emphasized that the laws of Ghana will apply equally to all citizens. Channel One News' Hansen Ajiman has the following report.
The It Is Possible team embarked on a 2-hour journey from Kumasi to Ejra Dumase to kick off Wednesday's engagement. The constituency has traditionally supported the National Democratic Congress, consistently voting for its presidential and parliamentary candidates. However, Dr. Bawumia was warmly received by thousands of residents who expressed their commitment to vote for the NPP. During his address, he took the opportunity to debunk the propaganda he believes the NDC has been peddling.
Matisse propaganda BC air cosuse mebedio mampenya mema fulani fu abese mufum Ningina yentro embasso enti munja chisa propaganda no entuche embasso bra ningina embasso Yen yen kambum, yen kambum, na yen kotu number 1. Baby also gina hono, or one and a bagina, munina wehu, a juma pa, gifting doma, hajia, waye, amamunina.
Omanhene of Idra, Berma Osei II, assured Dr. Bawumia of his people's support in the upcoming elections.
I decided say, Berma, I decided say, Baby Ujinano, Mijina Wachi, Mimpa you force Ujina Wachi dia. That means Adramai now Sujina Wachi.
Dr. Bawumia then continued his campaign in the Mampong constituency, a key NPP stronghold in the Ashanti region, stressing the importance of maintaining their support for the party.
So, me pesa Ghana, yefan kwai fufro, move away from oil and gas, go for solar power to generate electricity. Solar power, ewiya nyamidia che free. Yes, Oriana pa, ebe boyansa, yebe shisha solar farms, every district, na ya chi ewiano, yedi aye electricity, midi light bill no, ebe bafom by 50%.
The NPP flag bearer continues his tour of the Ashanti region, visiting various constituencies. Today's tour makes 28 the number of constituencies he's visited so far. Not only has he been highlighting his policies in various sectors of the economy, he's also taking time to respond to messages coming in from the NDC, suggesting that he's going to encourage lawlessness on the part of the Fulbe tribe, which his wife hails from. He says all these are untrue and propaganda by the NDC as the 2024 election gets closer. Reporting for Channel One News, Hansen Ajeman.
Now, NDC flag bearer John Dramani Mahama has criticized President Akufo-Addo's administration, accusing it of collapsing Ghana's largest indigenous cocoa buying company, PBC. Speaking at a campaign stop in Enchi Alwyn in the Western North region, John Mahama pointed to what he described as widespread mismanagement affecting several companies, with PBC as a key example. Channel One News' Akosio Chere has more in this report.
The NDC campaign team visited the Western North region, a stronghold where the party has consistently received over 50% of the presidential vote since 1996. This election, the NDC aims to increase that support to around 80% to boost John Mahama's chances of winning the presidency. Acknowledging the region's role as Ghana's primary cocoa growing area, John Mahama addressed issues affecting cocoa farmers and the broader economy. One of Mahama's key concerns was the plight of workers at the indigenous cocoa buying company PBC, who reportedly have gone unpaid for 8 to 9 months with no clear time for salary payments.
Abraham Yemampeni, produce buying company. Wofa cocoa omoto of Ghana had 30% of Ghana cocoa 2016 produce buying company and a toy. And that's what they said, Jumanway. Oma Sainu, a good Bosum Dunia, Yetimin to our worker for workers.
John Mahama also highlighted that economic hardships have benefited only a select few, while the majority of Ghanaians continue to struggle under the current administration.
If you say more, and they say, Abatwa ye betui. Adia bakwa ewo Ghana for adwemu ene Ghana sikasem ne etosu mienu ene ejuma eni ho sa nyoma mienu ene ye nyoma mienu a Ghana for ene maburu obia eye ohaw ema Ghana ni bia enti ne wose ye se yebuse ye ho se ya sesena no etesen ekoyi anase ekoyi Enchi kwa muna mibisamo. Mese mwasetina ekoye anase enkoye. Enkoye. Mananti Ghana henyina. Nipa no dodoa mebusa sasemi. Obiasi enkoye. Enso munim se ekoye ma nipa kitu ebi. nipa ketewa bi de ekoye ma omo.
Now, the flag bearer of the Liberal Party of Ghana, Kofi Akpaloo, is urging the Electoral Commission to reprint the presidential ballot papers for the 2024 elections. Akpaloo argues that including the image of the late Ekwe Adonko, the former Ghana Freedom Party, GFP candidate on the ballot could mislead voters. He believes that if the GFP's new nominee had been approved, the Electoral Commission would have reprinted the ballots. Channel One News's Daniel Sakite has more.
At an emergency inter-party advisory committee meeting, the Electoral Commission announced its decision to disqualify Philip Apiakubi, the new nominee of the Ghana Freedom Party, citing irregularities in his nomination forms. Despite this, the EC stated that it will retain the original ballot order featuring Ekwe Adonko's image to avoid incurring extra costs and logistical challenges with the December 7th election rapidly approaching. However, Kofi Akpaloo, the flag bearer of the Liberal Party of Ghana, addressing a press conference, criticized the EC's decision as flawed, demanding a reprint of the ballot that removes Ekwe Adonko's image and the Ghana Freedom Party.
It's wrong for the EC to print a ballot paper with Mami Ekwe Adonko picture on it. It's going to create a whole lot of confusion in the country. People are going to vote for Mami Ekwe Adonko, who is also we are all aware that she is not alive. So how are they going to do the counting at the end of the day? Because the presidential ballot, we do the calculation based on the percentages garnered by each candidate. Now, are we going to say that those who are going to vote for Mami Ekwe Adonko, their one are going to be taken off from the ballot, or they're still going to be counted? We don't want a situation whereby a losing candidate will just stand up and say he's not going to accept the results. In view of this, we are asking the Electoral Commission to reprint a new ballot papers without Mami Ekwe Adonko's picture on it.
Kofi Akpaloo added that he expects the EC to have no issues reordering the positions of the candidates on the ballot if a reprint is done.
So far as they are not contesting this election, all that we have to do is to take their portion out and then push the positions up.
It remains to be seen whether or not the Electoral Commission will heed to the cause of Kofi Akpaloo, who is demanding a reprint of the presidential ballot papers. For Channel One News, my name is Daniel Sakite.
You are still watching the Channel One Newsroom here on Channel One TV. Still ahead. Channel One TV and City FM introduce hashtag CityVerify to combat election misinformation and disinformation. Don't go away, we'll be back with that and other stories.
Dr. Bawumia once said in a church,
since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses, and we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop Dag, I'll let you into it. Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
Where are the concrete roads? It was all lies. You trust this man at your own peril. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world. Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink. A taste you will love. P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
Who are you? Who are you? Charlie, I'll be you from the future. Who doesn't sleep on that slice of bready poor mattress anymore? Don't some slippers then follow me. It is part of the mattress we did the front there. Yeah? That be the mattress where the dead for time. Wait, what are you doing? Wow! No damage at all. Not only durable, but also super comfortable. Come on, try it.
Nothing day like ash foam. Enjoy full body support and unparalleled comfort for a restful sleep.
Don't forget your keys.
Get the premium sleep experience with mattresses from Ash Foam. Visit any of our showrooms nationwide or at ashfoam.com.
This year, I go vote Angaza. Even if they offer me all the wache in Ghana. Lai, I no go mess up.
Me too. Okromoti power. Gonti, buy you. But with a shine one eyes, I hear see them they massage and change the results at the EC head office.
My people, I'm sure you're still talking about the election again. But what is the gist?
I heard they're able to change the figures at the EC head office and make our vote useless.
Let me assure you, even if we put your party's candidate, chairman, and general secretary as the EC chairperson and deputies, they will still not be able to steal the election for any candidate.
Sir?
The election is won or lost at the polling station, not at the EC head office. Every polling station has party agents watching like hawks. But
what about the ballot boxes? How do we know they are secure?
We treat the ballot boxes like then they carry pure gold. The ballot box is sealed with the seals of the Electoral Commission and all the political parties who choose to.
And the counting process, how do we know it's fair?
The counting is done openly for all to watch. Feely. The results go on a carbonized pink sheet. Pink sheet, no?
Yes.
The pink sheets are signed by all the agents. So we post a copy of the signed pink sheets at the polling station and also give copies to all the parties.
How are the results recorded?
From close to 40,000 polling stations, parties collate results from the pink sheets. Whoever gets the most votes from the pink sheets wins. Are you free? Are you fair?
So if the party fails to check the pink sheets properly,
and you blame yourself.
Exactly. Look, the way the security services, the party agents, election observers, and even the media make wild they watch the election inside. Nobody go fit steal this election inside. The EC they ensure say the voting process it be free. It be fair, where it be transparent on top. So make confident, then go and cast your vote on election day. But remember, elections are won and lost at the polling station, not at the EC head office. 2024 election process, no, it be clean, no kululu.
Tell me, is this thing on now? I've been working long like a marathon now. Tying up words, making them a ball now. Tell me, we turn me alone now. I got a message, we didn't put it in a song now. I'll see you later, all the haters got it wrong now. We're touching the lightning, we're coming alive, yeah. We're feeling inside, yeah. We got the power.
Tank 300, where power meets elegance. Call us on 0501 772222 or 0501 773333.
Your health is in your hands, but at some point, it passes on to us. At Mintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center, we believe that quality healthcare isn't a privilege, it's a right. Equipped with cutting-edge technology, we are fully prepared to effectively deal with all colorectal and proctological conditions. Our team of highly skilled doctors, surgeons, and nurses are renowned for their expertise in minimally invasive and painless laser, ligature, and lungoproctological surgery. We are committed to providing a wide range of services to meet the diverse needs of our patients. Mintuba Hospital, your health is our priority. Visit Mintuba Hospital today or call us at 0244 581 541 or 0271 054 204. Mintuba Hospital, in to serve a peculiar health need.
John, mema wakwaba.
Yeah, sewo.
Alaji, mema wakwaba.
Yeah.
John, I had a bro, one on them.
I really am a gun and tina menamo, and then break a crane bijano. Tono tina masaba.
Alaji, I had a bro.
Yo, medase. Moamonim, Tamana, Amawa, which you Miana, Name Bobo and a Kakra. As I say, dear, my crowd said, me person me be warino. Namiko CSL. Name man sign Jan and Nasubium, no your crabeshe.
Yo, I was not for, yes, Empire. Yo, I'm a Ghana. What's wrong?
Mean to me, ain't son, cheap. Your bread baby, I would make fair way. I'm an who. Baby. Mean to me, beauty. Forward ever, backwards. Never.
John, wo okwanya wo de me very fast. Ahokyere, ekom, dum so. Hwa me nana no mi. Ya free SHS ya ba ya. Kom anya school anko. Ena hwe ya o ma ye fe.
Ase o ma sesan be shobo. Sa ahomache 2 o'clock okra. Meko band, na makwa ko yiska. E de abra magana. Na maboni dwetire ama na starting kokon ketenkete.
Hey!
Akunta, you are still incompetent. 2% outside the Mammy Abrabo, a 2 chacha to say aviator. There be a muscle.
Alaji has also promised us jobs through digitalization. A Jimabe Busu saying.
Alaji dear, Metanasua, Nemasore, a Miribia Mecania Besano, which me talk and near light when you phone so, a mammy, baby, or Nambia. Yo, Amagana, and Yamin Mewari amount. Alaji ni, Jones ni, where choose.
No Ababa said. Eye Alaji number 1.
Alaji
number 1. Number 1.
Esuro.
You're welcome back to the Channel One Newsroom. Now, the New Patriotic Party has criticized the 24-hour economy policy promised by the National Democratic Congress, calling it a hollow policy meant to deceive voters. With just 24 days left until the December elections, NPP Director of Communications, Richard Ahiagwa, has challenged the NDC to provide a clear path for achieving this ambitious goal. I covered that press conference on Wednesday and filed this report.
As the December polls approach, Ghana's major political parties are intensifying their campaigns to capture undecided voters. The economy, currently under an IMF support program, has been central to this year's debates. Opposition candidate John Mahama of the NDC has declared that the upcoming election is about the economy and has proposed a 24-hour economy policy aimed at allowing businesses to operate around the clock. John Mahama argues that a 24-hour economy could revitalize economic growth and create jobs. However, the NPP has dismissed the idea as unrealistic, with Richard Ahiagba, the Director of Communications of the NPP, describing it as wishful thinking.
The NDC's promotion of 24-hour economy is a hoax. The 24-hour policy is mainly city-based, as I've told you, and it's designed to take advantage of a city's nightlife opportunities and a factor of demand that lends itself to a performing economy. The NDC must not be allowed to get away with this policy hoax they are perpetrating on Ghanaians, especially when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama recently says that this election is about the economy. What else he said in addition, I won't say, but he says the election is about the economy. So we want to know what he means by this 24-hour economy. He must tell us in plain language.
Richard Ahiagba further urged Ghanaians to put their trust in the NPP's economic policies, emphasizing that the party's proven track record offers a more stable and effective approach to managing Ghana's economy.
The economy has rebounded strongly since we turned the corner in 2023. The average growth of the first quarters of 2024 stands at 5.8%. That is 4.8% for the first quarter and 6.9% for the second quarter. The IMF projects a 4% real GDP growth for 2024, but at this present rate, the economy is likely to expand beyond the projected 4% by the IMF. Ghana is on track, ladies and gentlemen, to outperform the IMF's 3.6% projection for the sub-Saharan region. The economy is everything to vote for. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP offer the right policy solutions to boost the growth of Ghana's economy and the prosperity of its people.
For the NPP, the NDC has failed to convince with the explanations provided for the 24-hour economy policy, a major campaign promise of the NDC. They are therefore branding the 24-hour economy policy as a fraudulent policy designed to deceive the Ghanaian voter. The NPP is also making another push for the NDC candidate John Dramani Mahama to debate the NPP candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia with barely 24 days to the elections. For Channel One News, my name is Charles Owusu Kumi. Now, as the elections approach, we are minded by the tendency for people to spread misinformation and disinformation for political gain. And so here at Channel One TV and City FM, we have developed a hashtag #CityVerify to help our audience verify information on the internet. Now, to help us understand this initiative is our head of new media, Kobna Wilson, who now joins me in studio. Thank you very much, Wilson, for joining us on this Channel One Newsroom. Now, what is #CityVerify?
All right, so Charles, as you rightly said, the CityVerify is a project that we've put together here at City FM and Channel One TV to combat misinformation and disinformation. Now, we all know that during election periods, there is a lot of misinformation that is thrown out there, and for some reasons, people tend to believe them. Right. So we've put together CityVerify to combat this misinformation, and then it's a project that we're actually doing to authenticate and verify information that is put out there, especially on social media, for our audiences here at City FM and Channel One TV. So that is what CityVerify is basically about.
All right. And I'm told you have an example to show us.
Yeah, okay, so this is our first project that we've published. Now, we have a number of projects that we are working on that we will publish between now and the electioneering period, and also after post-elections. Now, this first project is about the national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Now, on November 10, there was some information that was put out on TikTok and on various social media platforms that he had made some comments in the Ashanti region, specifically Sechedumase, that the NDC will cancel the free SHS if they win the election. Okay. Now, we use quite a number of tools to verify this information. All right. We have some forensic tools that we've employed that we use. We have the InVid, which is basically used to verify videos. All right. Now, when we use that information and when we use those tools, the conclusion we came from our verification process is that the information is false. Okay. Now, there are some websites that we also use to help us verify this information. For example, City Newsroom, there are quite a number of stories that were published from its campaign in the Ashanti region. You go to my John Online, channel1news.com. There are so many stories that we've published on this particular project. There is nowhere in the Ashanti region that Johnson Asiedu Nketia made this specific comment.
So we're committed to combating misinformation this election.
Yeah, of course. When like I mentioned earlier, there is a lot of things that we are putting in place. Also, we at Channel One TV, what we have done is our QR code system, where we put a QR code on our news cards. Okay. So every news card that you see for City FM or Channel One TV, you will see scan to read. Now, when you scan that code, it should take you to the story itself on the card. If the headline does not match with the story on the card, it means the story is fake. So, because there are a lot of people who are putting out a lot of fake news cards on social media. Now, some way, somehow, they are able to link the story to link the card to some random stories on our website. Okay. But the QR code will always take you to the exact story or the exact headline on the card. If it doesn't take you to the exact headline on the card, it means the story is fake and you don't have to trust it. So this electioneering period, we are very committed. We have quite a number of projects that we are working on. From now to December 7, we will publish quite a number of them. After December 7, we also publish, because the election doesn't end just on December 7. Okay. The days after, which is also very important, and a lot of misinformation is put out there. And we are committed and we'll do quite a number of things to verify information to educate our audiences. All right, thank you very much. Kobna Wilson is our head of new media here at Channel One TV and City FM. This is the Election Bureau. Stay tuned for comprehensive and timely coverage of the 2024 elections. Follow us for real-time updates and join the election conversation using the hashtag GhanaPolls2024. You are watching the Channel One Newsroom here on Channel One TV. Still to come. Cholera outbreak in Ghana raises alarm as deaths hit 16. We have details shortly. Please stay.
Dr. Bawumia once said,
"Teachers are suffering. Teacher trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering. Civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering, and kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
While you're done for the day, someone is planning to start theirs. At every given second in the dead of night, an uninvited guest could turn all your hard work into a nightmare. But with Response One's BizGuide monitored alarm, help is already on the way. Our state-of-the-art video verification means the moment your security is breached, we are watching, verifying the threat instantly. Our dedicated response team acts swiftly, ensuring that threats to your livelihood are stopped in their tracks. And with our rent-to-own plan, this unparalleled security is yours with an affordable monthly payment. Protect your business now. Pay as you earn. Join the hundreds of shop owners who trust Response One to protect their businesses. Don't wait for the worst to happen. Act now. Call Response One today or visit our website. Your business deserves the best defense.
Introducing Rexona Non-Stop Protection 72-hour antiperspirant with breakthrough microtechnology that forms a stronger sweat barrier. Tested to the limit, even during the most intense workout.
Still clean, dry, and fresh for longer.
Try the new Rexona 72-hour non-stop protection for clean, dry, and fresh underarms every day.
Hey, Ma. How are you and the kids?
Grandma, I miss you.
Is that a Pia? Didn't she go to school?
Oh, no. She's just recovering from malaria.
You see why I don't like to come and visit?
Oh ma, now we have the new treated nets for every room.
Are you serious?
Yes, even your room has the new treated nets.
Adwa, then you'll be seeing us soon.
Yeah, now I sleep under my new treated net every night.
Are you serious?
Your insecticide treated net now comes with a new type made for your sleeping comfort. The new net is very strong, highly resistant and just as effective. Remember, a treated net is better than no treated net. Sleep under it every night and throughout the night to avoid malaria. Let's come on board Good Life to eliminate malaria now.
Good Life, live it well, it's an everyday thing. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service and partners with support from USAID and the US President's Malaria Initiative.
Get ready.
Every objection against you is hereby dismissed.
For Impact 2024 with the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Eastwood Anaba, Apostle Joshua Selman, Apostle Isi Igeneba, Bishop Dr. Bernard Ojiri Asari, and Reverend Dr. David Entry, November 24th to December 1st, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Action Chapel International, Prayer Cathedral, Dominion Arena. For inquiries or pass information, call 059-230-0069.
Luck is everywhere. 8K. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man. Good
luck. Okay, radio. We are star 712. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let's choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
So maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
In the heart of our communities, change is not just a dream, it's a promise.
I don't have to worry about rising costs and taxes. Dr. Bawumia's flat rate tax system is a breath of fresh air. It means I can keep more of what I earn and invest back into my business.
I've seen so many changes in my lifetime, but what matters most is to feel secured. Dr. Bawumia's initiative for the elderly is to make sure we are not forgotten. He's giving us the exact care that we deserve.
With digital skills training, I am no longer worried about the future. Dr. Bawumia empowers us to thrive in a digital world, making us ready for tomorrow's jobs.
Job opportunities are crucial for my generation. Dr. Bawumia is committed to creating job opportunities and entrepreneurship. With his vision, we can build our dreams.
Together, we can transform our nation. Dr. Bawumia's plan arranges policies. They are pathway for prosperity for every Ghanaian.
It's time for leadership that listens and acts. A vision for all of us, where every voice matters and every dream is possible. Vote Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Esoroho. Vote number 1 on the ballot.
Thank you for staying with us here on the Channel One Newsroom. Now, with Ghana's general election just weeks away, a constitutional dispute in Parliament has reached a critical point after Speaker Alban Bagbin declared 4 seats vacant, prompting a Supreme Court intervention. This development has stalled key government business, raising questions about whether an 11th-hour push for dialogue between the majority and minority caucuses can resolve the standoff in time. The following report by Channel One News's Ni Ayukwe Okain provides more details.
In recent parliamentary events in Ghana, Speaker Alban Bagbin's declaration of 4 seats as vacant has stirred a constitutional debate and led to a Supreme Court intervention. On October 17, 2024, Speaker Bagbin declared the seat vacant after 4 MPs announced the intentions to contest the December 2024 election either as independents or under the NPP party banner, arguing that this move contravened Article 97 of Ghana's Constitution, which mandates MPs to retain party loyalty or vacate their seats. The MPs affected by this decision were Peter Yaokwache Aka Amenfi Central, Andrew Amwakwesi Amafomina, Kojo Asante Suhum, and Cynthia Morrison Aguna West. The ruling sparked considerable controversy, with Majority Leader Alexander Penyamaken challenging Bagbin's authority on the issue. The Supreme Court subsequently stayed the Speaker's declaration, ruling it unconstitutional, preserving the MP's seat until further court decisions.
In a majority decision of 5-2, Lovelace Johnson JSC and Amadou Tanko JSC dissenting on the issue of jurisdiction, the plaintiff's action succeeds.
But is the Speaker, Alban Bagbin, willing to adhere to the ruling by the Supreme Court?
The law is that the Supreme Court can always differ from its earlier decision. That is a danger. So for a purpose, I can give a judgment and ruling to favor the situation. Tomorrow, I say, no, I disagree with that, and that is permitted by law. So when you tell me that, it means that the Supreme Court is supreme, and so when it orders, I must obey. When I know the same Supreme Court can disorder.
In an effort to resolve the standoff, Majority Leader Alexander Penyamaken has proposed dialogue with the Speaker and the Minority Caucus.
It's time to engage. It's time to allow deeper reflection. It's time to sit together. Okay?
Could this call for dialogue at this stage be considered a late action, given that Ghana's general elections are just weeks away?
It's too late to say that you are sorry. After you've broken my foreheart.
The minority has stated it will resist any attempt to recall Parliament, viewing it as an abuse of parliamentary procedure. Neelanti Vanderpoy, a member of the minority, has expressed a firm stance on boycotting parliamentary sessions as a caucus until after the elections, citing concerns over procedural abuses.
As far as we are concerned, we are coming back to the House only after the elections on December 7th. We are not coming to the House to do anything now because we are busy with our elections and our constituencies. Even when the Speaker calls us, we have the right to say we will not report. Because by the timetable of Parliament, we're supposed to go on recess.
If the minority maintains its position and the majority lacks the quorum needed for decision-making should it trigger a recall, Speaker Bagbin may be forced to adjourn Parliament indefinitely again. This would effectively freeze essential government business. With the mini-budget preparations for the first 3 months of the year 2025 underway, any lack of quorum due to the minority's boycott could delay crucial budget discussions and approvals, potentially affecting fiscal planning and resource allocation for key sectors. Parliament is scheduled to approve 2 nominees for Ghana's Supreme Court. This process, essential for maintaining the judiciary's capacity, could be stalled if the legislative impasse persists. Key environmental regulations, including the Environmental Protection Agency Bill and the revocation of LI 2462, which permits mining in forest reserves, are pending. This regulation is crucial for Ghana's battle against illegal mining. Additionally, Parliament must ratify mining leases for lithium exploration at Ewoya and bauxite mining in the Ashanti region. These agreements are vital for attracting foreign investment and ensuring sustainable mining practices. Bills such as the Free Secondary Education Bill, the Ghana Boundary Commission Bill, the Social Protection Bill could be sidelined amid the ongoing gridlock. Traditionally, the President delivers an annual State of the Nation address in Parliament, outlining government's priorities. A parliamentary standoff could prevent this address. The limited time raises concerns about whether Parliament can effectively resolve its current standoff and resume its duties. This delay further complicates the situation as key government businesses remain pending. An earlier intervention might have offered more time for constructive engagement, but with the minority's commitment to boycott proceedings and procedural disagreements still unresolved, the window for practical solutions appears to be narrowing. However, the majority's push for dialogue could resolve the situation if all sides are willing to compromise. Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayukwe Okain for Channel One News.
Now, Ghana is currently grappling with a cholera outbreak that has raised serious concerns among health officials and communities across the country. So far, 16 deaths have been reported, with 116 confirmed cases spread across 4 regions: the Greater Accra region, Eastern, Central and Western region. The Ghana Health Service is urging the reintroduction of COVID-19 hygiene protocols to help curb the spread of cholera. Channel One News' Enosafo has more.
According to the World Health Organization, cholera is an acute diarrheal infection caused by ingesting food or water contaminated with the bacterium Vibrio cholerae. The disease can cause severe dehydration and, in its most serious form, can be fatal within hours if not treated. Dr. Dennis Lai, Deputy Director of Disease Surveillance, Public Health Division, Ghana Health Service, says these deaths could be prevented if people seek early treatment at medical facilities.
Our concerns have had to do with the deaths. The numbers, yes, but also quite a number of them actually were brought in dead. So which means that they delayed in seeking care. And even so, I think about 7 or 8 of them were brought in dead. But the others as well, most of them spent less than 12 to 24 hours on admission. That meant that we had little time to be able to make a difference. Their kidneys may have stopped functioning because of the dehydration. So those are the very key things for us now, people having to report early. And we have seen some changes in some of the districts. So that is one thing we would want to let everybody be mindful of. That once you start developing symptoms, vomiting, diarrhea, watery diarrhea, get to the nearest health facility.
Cholera is preventable, but we continue to see outbreaks in areas with inadequate sanitation. Channel One News visited Osu in the Korle-Klote municipality, one of the affected communities in the Greater Accra region, where residents shared their struggles with sanitation.
Osu jilane jame no eyemeke pipe angakula nangane mwe nujampo denche no ba ye akashi ukanchi ise njema fe fale po be pie ewa na ke no ji e koko me un fe lo nu sani enwe ke apa pie mi me fi o ahun to no wa ke no ba fon amla lo yin ne kwakwa ne ke anwe pipe ami ke ni bi ne aka nu bo he ni nu no ka ko machine no kwa na yin ne ka maji ne ke helane na chota ni ji ko helane ejo na je no shika nu en be fe bene anwe pipe mi lo be fe bene nu ana le bona atawo aka fale ele e ba kan shi be fe bi
epi ba eje na gbene wo toilet un ka fi wo na nu wo ka flagship ni yani wa chi obo le shu o ye enwe jame be fan kura ke akorila gbe ke bi ye jame aba ye ni ko la dodo be aba sonu le ba son adolo ba so bola no ke ba son ni enu gbe ko ba ye ne ba ye fe ko fita ni amini korila no won pa fayi ke fi anye kwa won pa ban fa hun ke fi ani mini le we ko jama wo because wo je anu ba ni wo ba anye ni wo ke flash wo toilet agbene wo eju hun wa wo because of nu e ba no won pa nye fayi wa ke fi nye bo amodin awo ko ni nye kwa wo ni yeli momi ke wo toilet ke wo nu fo mi ko ni bona fe ni won wo kana korila ko won pa nye fayi ke fi nye kwa wo jugba.
Go to the Osu beach right now.
You see the flowing got over there. There is a mosquito on it, which is not fair. The assemblymen are seeing it, but they are not working on it. So the way we want to tell the assemblymen, they should see the way the cholera is raising up again. So we are begging them, no more sickness again in Osu.
Dr. Lai also highlighted how poor sanitation contributes to the spread of cholera and urged the public to take preventive measures such as frequent hand washing and keeping their surroundings clean.
The factors that will drive the outbreak, they haven't left us. The personal hygiene and then the food handling situations, they are still there. If people don't wash their hands with soap and water before eating, people are not eating hot food or warm food, if people are not washing their fruits and vegetables well, and it's not just washing, but also using clean water to wash, because if the water is dirty itself, then that is also going to result in somebody getting cholera. And the thing is that once we have cholera now, it means that the bacteria or the organism is in the environment. We know about our handling of waste. And so once we are not handling it appropriately, then the risk of the disease spreading is high.
The Ghana Health Service is advocating for Ghanaians to resume the COVID-19 protocols, that is, hand washing and the use of hand sanitizers. They would also like to remind Ghanaians that cholera treatment is free. Reporting for Channel One News, my name is Eno Safo.
This is still the Channel One Newsroom on Channel One TV. Next is CNR Business with Netele Nete Ajaho.
CNR Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
Hello and welcome to CNR Business, proudly brought to you by MTN and EcoBank. My name is Netelinete Ajaho. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana (COPEC) has raised concerns over fuel shortages at various pumps within the capital and other parts of the country in recent days. COPEC attributes the shortage to a supply disruption caused by ongoing depot upgrades at Boss Apapa, Kumasi and Mami water facilities. The chamber also noted in a statement that some private oil traders have been withholding fuel from the market due to outstanding debts owed them, which has further exacerbated the shortage. COPEC believes that the accumulation of debt over time, particularly among major suppliers, has led to uncertainties regarding the ability to recover payments from previous suppliers. This has in turn led to the difficult decision by some suppliers to limit their fuel deliveries. The chamber is thus urging consumers not to panic or engage in panic buying, especially regarding petrol, as efforts are underway to stabilize supply and restore normalcy by the weekend. The competence of the Bank of Ghana in regulating the financial sector is under scrutiny as stakeholders criticize the central bank for not effectively sanitizing the country's financial space. This criticism follows recent regulatory actions taken by the BOG, including the suspension of Consolidated Bank Ghana's license and temporary ban on tap sends remittance services with commercial banks. My colleague Nashika Caesar has more.
The Bank of Ghana BOG recently suspended the foreign exchange trading license of Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG effective November 26, 2024 for a duration of 1 month. According to the BOG, this decision stemmed from repeated breaches of foreign exchange market regulations. Similarly, the BOG imposed a 1-month suspension on tap send remittance services with commercial banks due to regulatory violations associated with a CD remittance wallet managed by tap send. This suspension began on November 8, 2024 and will last 1 month, contingent on the CBG implementing stronger controls to ensure full compliance with foreign exchange regulations. Dr. Richmond Echiahene, a banking consultant, commented that these actions reflect the BOG's failure to effectively regulate and maintain order in the financial sector.
I think Bank of Ghana, in his supervision
and the conduct regulation and the what we call the supervision has failed, because you just can't come in there and say that the alliance they are in breach. How long have they breached the law? Is this since the inception of the fintech in 2019, or is it only this month? The reason why I'm raising this issue is that I am reliably informed that this institution, this startup sense, was not even licensed by Bank of Ghana, and they have been in business for 2-3 years, whereas every fintech in remittance space is supposed to be licensed, and the CBG, which is supposed to also to have taken the due steps to have submit to Bank of Ghana for maybe licensing or supervision, they also kept quiet. And it is now that the governor is coming to realize that they've been breaching the act. And when they say in the act, in what they say breach, they haven't told us how much has gone.
Concerns by the various infractions within the financial sector, industry players have called on the Bank of Ghana to act to ensure sanity within the financial space. For CNR Business, my name is Nashika Caesar.
The Ministry of Energy and the Petroleum Commission are accelerating efforts to reform the legal framework governing Ghana's upstream sector. This initiative aims to attract and retain investment in oil exploration and give the country a competitive edge, as Ghana has not signed new petroleum agreements for some time. Daniel Sakite has more in the following report.
The Public Interest and Accountability Committee, in several of its annual reports on Ghana's upstream petroleum sector, has raised concerns over the lack of new petroleum agreements since 2018, a factor contributing to decline in oil production. At the Africa Oil Week launch, Petroleum Commission CEO Ebert Fable Jr. acknowledged these challenges and stated that the Commission is working with the Ministry of Energy to reform the legal framework in the upstream petroleum sector to strengthen Ghana's competitiveness.
In Ghana, the state's carried participating interest is 15%. So when you look around, Cote d'Ivoire, Namibia, if you do the analysis, they are hovering around carried participating interest of 10%. So if you go to the market with these competitors, if you're an investor, where will you want to go? So the Petroleum Commission, GMPC, and the Ministry of Energy have been very hard at work trying to come up with various permutations to engender and promote reform in our legislative or regulatory or fiscal regime framework.
Minister of State at the Ministry of Energy, Herbert Scrapper, stressed that Africa is committed to balancing oil exploration with global shift towards clean energy, highlighting initiatives like the establishment of the Africa Energy Bank.
If you think about crude oil production and its impact on our economies, you can't imagine that we follow sheepishly any conversation about jettisoning hydrocarbon production and following the bandwagon chorus just for the sake of it. And that's why the ministers on the continent have moved to set up the Africa Energy Bank.
Meanwhile, Paul Sinclair, Chief Executive Officer of Sankofa Event and Africa Oil Week, emphasized the significance of the event, which will be hosted in Ghana for the first time.
The idea of Africa Oil Week is to advocate the development of energy for the continent, to ensure that we're bringing energy security to the African region.
The Africa Oil Week, which is set to take place from 15th to 18th of September 2025, will bring together key energy stakeholders who will deliberate on policies affecting the sector. Ahead of that, Ghana is accelerating efforts for regulatory reforms to sign deals with key energy players. For CNR Business, my name is Daniel Sakite.
And that's all for CNR Business. It was proudly brought to you by MTN and EcoBank. My name is Nete Ajaho.